It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
I am not the award-winning Tory Lowe. I am your cousin sub of the day. I am a club sub the legendary Home Blow, sponsored by Cousin Subs. I'm holding it down for the award-winning 101.7 FM Tory Lowe Show. Of course, I'll be in on today and on tomorrow. And then, of course, Tory Lowe will return. Tory Lowe will return. So, still, you need to buckle up. You need to buckle up. We got a lot of things that we need to talk about. And, of course, at the top of the second hour of today's show, I'll be joined by Linda Welsh. So, with Sharp. And they have the novel event that is coming up on October 28th. So we'll find out more about the program and why that is so important and how you can support and just their mission statement, some of the things that they've been blessed to accomplish over the years, and to have Donald Driver, Super Bowl champion, Green Bay Packers, to be the keynote speaker as well as supporting that particular Sharp event. It's a novel event, so Sharp Literacy. So we'll be talking with Linda Welsh at the top of the 2 o'clock hour. So I definitely want you to tune in and log on for that as we get some great information. Now, again, great afternoon, Truth Nation. You know I love you. I appreciate you. Inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown. Of course, we are inside the Avenue, so we want you to make sure you tune in. And everybody on YouTube, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Everybody on Facebook Live, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. If you're on X, wherever you are watching us streaming live, and if you were just tuned in, I love you. I appreciate you. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. So, hey, Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Jeff, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Josh Germain, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Christina Candy, classy girl, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Reginald Jones, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Of course, let's see, other people checking in earlier. Ariane Kawanda, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. So everybody that's checking in. Lucretia Mason, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. We've had a very, very busy weekend. And on tomorrow, because I call it what it is. Once I get inside of my job, I'm like, okay, I'm checked in now, so I don't get to go check out. I did bring my 2025 Legacy Award that I was presented with by the Urban Learning Collaborative on Saturday at the St. Kate the Arts Hotel in the Simone Ballroom on Saturday. And I definitely wanted to kind of like show it off so y'all could see it. You know what? I got a visual that I'm going to be able to send to my producer. Andrew, great afternoon. How you doing? I know normally it's morning time, but it's the afternoon. How you doing and feeling?
I joked about it when I heard that you were filling in for Tory. I said, Homer Blow just cannot get rid of me.
Hashtag that part. But you're a great producer, and I love it. I appreciate it. I love the engagement and, of course, show ideas and things of that nature. So besides the many things that I may have and others may have, you always give us some extra insight and be like, you know what? Yep. We need to definitely deal with that too. So what I'm going to do, and I love live radio, and I'm going to send Andrew something that he can end up putting up, so you'll be able to see it, even though it's not in the building right now. But you'll be able to see what it looks like. You'll be like, oh, okay, that's it. Oh, okay. So I'm going to end up sending him the image, but tomorrow you'll be able to see it in the studio with me. All right, so hashtag that part, hashtag facts. So I've sent it to my producer, Andrew, on this afternoon. And so once he's able to get that together, he'll end up being able to put it on the screen, and if you are watching us, you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Willie Jones, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Jason Hunter, out in Sacramento, California. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. That one guy. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. John Sproles. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, again, I received that. It was such an honor, and I was definitely, I'm humble with all of the recognition that I get, because when you don't do it for the recognitions, but you are recognized, that's even more genuine, that other people see or have been able to feel your effects on the people, the community, and they say, you know what? We have to recognize this person. So it's been that. So once Andrew gets that, but then community, we got some work to do. We got some issues that we got to deal with, in my opinion. And you know what? I don't know when to deal with that, but the Supreme Court, that's a good one, Andrew, where the Supreme Court is talking about, marijuana and guns. So if you, okay. So I'm going to talk about that sometime during today's show. But let's look at the 2025 Legacy Award on the YouTube and Facebook Live, and of course X. If you are watching, you'll be able to see what it looks like. That is from the Urban Learning Collaborative. And again, it was presented to me on Saturday, October 18th, 2025, at the St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. And it was a beautiful situation. And to everybody that was able to come out and help support, it was just a great look. To my wife, Cheryl, of course, shout out to Miss MBS and her husband, James, and of course to 2000, to Marquita, a.k.a. Cookie, and so many others, Danette, Justice. It was a lot of people. So it was a sold out event, and it was a great situation. So we're going to take our first break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to talk about how is it we can show up over there, but not on the north side. And then we're going to get into the violence that's taking place over the weekend. You're listening to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on The Truth 101.7 FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We got to take care of our first set of bills. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
We're black again. I am your cousin sub of the day. I'll be in for the award-winning Tory Lowe on the Tory Lowe Show on today and tomorrow. All right. Of course, they lost the celebrity basketball game. Yep, I don't know. I know Brother Z was probably scratching it up, but, you know, they were scratching up the fact that they got knees, you know what I mean? So the advocates, you know, they need some avocation right now because they had a pretty rough time out there. Yeah, got to work on jump shots. They got to work on everything because, it was all bad. But it was for a great cause. It was for a great cause. So hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Again, I want to, Kiki, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Mile the Elephant, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. And Miles said, with all that on-time bill payment, that credit score better be 900. It ain't 900, but I'm over 800. I'm over 800. So my credit score is over 800, but I ain't 900. I don't know what that is like yet. I ain't reached that upper echelon, but I am blessed to have over 800 credit scores. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we're going to talk about, when some of the things that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on, it's going to tie into this. I always talk about the fact that there are meetings that are held, and when we have these meetings and people end up asking and having different people be like, we need the community to be able to talk to the people who are in positions to change or show us how the navigation of that system works to where we can get to the resolutions that we need in order to create a better Milwaukee, whether it's with schools, whether it's with community working together, the whole nine. And whether it's the crime that's going on, which, again, we'll get to that. We had a very rough last 7 days, from October 14th through just even the 6th with October 20th, which is still just the morning now. So we ain't even went through the rest of today yet. But it's been a lot of violence that has been going on, a lot of homicides that have been going on, a lot of shootings that have been going on. So we're going to talk about that. But when we talk about how do we get the things that we need to make sure that we call out the community. We need to call out the elected officials that can find out the things that we want. And not only just want in some situations, the things that we need. So with that being said, I'm going to end up playing this clip from Common Ground, who ended up calling for a meeting on the south side of Milwaukee. And for those of you who have heard me on the Truth 101.7 FM before, I talk about we don't show up to the meetings. We don't show up to the meetings. We talk about we need this and what the elected officials deserve to. They need to be doing this and they need to be doing that. We talk a lot of good game on that. But when it's time to show up, when it's time to put that action in, a lot of times we continue to fall short. But then we say, they ain't trying to hear us. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. So I want our producer, Andrew, to end up playing this clip from Fox 6. And I want you to just pay attention, because when we're on the north side, we have these meetings on the north side. It may not be called by Common Ground, but it's called by a lot of people who are advocates for our city, a lot of organizations that are hearing the grassroots cry of the community and the city. And so they end up pulling these different people to sit on these panels so the community can talk directly to them. The community can say exactly what is happening and what needs to be changed, not what they just want changed, but needs to be changed. And we don't show up. I've shown you pictures before and videos before where the NPS is empty as hell. It don't get full until somebody ends up saying, well, today is the day that they vote, and finally this is going to be the decision. Now we run in here with a stampede, thinking that we're going to really change something that's probably been already predetermined. But look at what happened on the South Side, and I want you to pay close attention where the pan of the audience starts and then where it leads to. And then I'm going to have a picture that's going to come up to show you the difference. And let me tell you who you think is going to be heard and respected. The meetings that we've had on the north side or this meeting. Andrew?
I was punched, beat to the ground, and kicked for it, broad daylight.
Each story is different, but has a common theme.
We heard a lot of gunfire, like 200 or 300 gunshots.
Violence. Milwaukee Southsiders say they see it on the regular and need more help from police and city leaders.
In my function as a pastor, I realized the big problems we have in the South Side, especially crime.
Fabian Rodas is a pastor at St. Hyacinth. He says shootings and drug dealings are common occurrences.
This is something that really affected our community and many young people especially.
But they've had enough. Sunday, hundreds packed Milwaukee's Serb Hall, organized by Common Ground, a group made up of community members and leaders. They announced two initiatives. One, the Southside Safety Campaign, a push to get city leaders to work with them on solutions.
Asking the officials to respond to these concerns that we have in our community.
The group says four committed to doing so on Sunday: the city attorney, representatives from the DA's office, the Fire and Police Commission, and the Common Council.
That's the hope that I'm willing to get to, is bringing people to the table, figuring out what the problems are, and let's solve them.
The second initiative, Tenants United, a nonprofit dedicated to representing tenants' interests and holding landlords accountable.
That clip is from Fox 6 News, and again, it was here in Milwaukee, held on the South Side at Serb Hall, and it was called by Common Ground. Now, if you really paid attention when they panned the room, the audience, the people, the community that came out so their voices can be heard, it was a lot of us that ended up coming out over there on the South Side, but I ain't seen none of them faces over here on the North Side. And in my opinion, all them people that was over there on the South Side that look like me, they don't live on the damn South Side. They do not live on the South Side, but they brought their butt over to the South Side to be a part of that. Why aren't they showing up? And now look at the photo. If you are on our YouTube, our Facebook Live, or our X page, you can see the photo, the still shot that I had producer Andrew put up. And just look at that. Now this is how you get things done. This is how you show the city. This is how you show those people who are in charge that we're serious. We're not playing no games. Not only are we going to show up and show out, we're also going to let you know we're going to get commitments from you. We're also going to let you know that we're going to end up presenting to you a list of things that we feel if these things are enacted, that we can start to see a safer community. We can start getting some of the results. And we're here to help y'all to help us. And that's what it's about. If you're not on that, if you're not willing to do that, we're going to continue to go through the same situations, in my opinion. We're going to go through the same situations. We're going to wake up, man, they going crazy out here. They going wild out here. Ooh, did you hear somebody got shot? Ooh, I saw reckless driving over here. Ooh, there was a homicide. Did you see the 2 people they got killed over here? Did you see this or see that? That's from Serb Hall on the South Side, Reginald Jones, on our YouTube. And remember, while you're there, like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 5,000 on our YouTube page. You can follow us and like us on Facebook, because we are Facebook Live as well, and on X. So make sure you like and subscribe. But that's a picture from the Common Ground calling a call to the community on the South Side to talk about the things, and they had elected officials. They had Common Council President Jose Perez was there, other people. They got commitments from the city attorney, and these are the things that we need to end up understanding how important and how powerful it is, because the people are right there, and it's not just 20 people or 25 people, and most of those 20 to 25 show up at every meeting. So it's like the usual suspects, not in a bad sense, but the only one. So you mean to tell me we only got 20 to 25 people that are willing to advocate for us? We got to get ready to take care of some bills. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. We need to talk about this. We need to find out why we can't come out and we talking about all of the craziness that's happening, because it is happening on the north side, but we don't show up. Why can we go to the south side, but we don't show up for our very own community that is receiving people being shot and killed every day, dang near? We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
So you telling me that you can make lobster tail and crab legs? It will still taste like a lobster tail and crab legs, but they vegan?
Let me tell you, and my customers can testify to this. I can make vegan chitlins.
Now, come on.
No.
I don't know what chitlins taste like, because it's been about 40 years since I had them.
I love them.
But you can do that.
My best customers for my vegan chitlins are those people who still eat meat.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth. Come in with straight truth.
Even the police department arguing over their little 12% that they want, and it's a shortage. Okay, I think at some point the people got to start using common sense. It ain't nothing personal. It's something that's community. That's it. And a lot of people try to deflect and make it personal. That's how you know they ain't doing nothing, because they try to make it personal. But really, it's about the conditions of the neighborhood, the conditions of the residents, the safety quality, the public safety ideas. Are we getting that? Are we using the taxpayers' dollars the best way we can to make a difference, to become a resource for everybody in the family to thrive? Is that happening? Yes or no? And if it's not, then you switch the coach. You get a different philosophy on the people. That's it. When times are tough, you need people to roll up their sleeves and get to work. When everything is working well, you sit back and you let it coast. You can't coast and things are bad.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Milwaukee Black Talk.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. It's Victory Monday for the Packers as they get their first road win of the year against the Cardinals 27-23. Quarterback Jordan Love on Micah Parsons' breakout game.
I can't state enough how fun it is just to have him on this team and how much of a playmaker he is. You know, in big situations like that, having 3 sacks on the day is big time.
Packers now head to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. The Milwaukee Bucks are back on Wednesday night hosting the Washington Wizards and Chris Middleton. Here's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He should get the warmest welcome ever. You know, when he comes here and he sees his tribute video, he should, be in tears crying before the game.
Tip-off is at 7 on Wednesday. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're black. You're listening to the award-winning 101.7 The Tory Lowe Show. Of course, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I'm your Cousin Sub of the Day. I'm a club sub sponsored by Cousin Subs. And we're talking about, we really say that we want things to change in our city and in our communities. But when people have the meetings and saying, okay, we're going to get these people out here, we're going to get law enforcement out here, we're going to get this person out here, these are the people that you're saying that you want to talk to. We can barely fill up a room. I mean, halfway. When I say barely can fill up a room, halfway down, halfway. But you got these people and you're telling them how mad the community is. And it's like, but we don't show up. We don't tend to show up. And with all of the crime that is happening inside of our city, and although we know that there's talk about how there's crime decreasing in certain areas in the city of Milwaukee, and I'm saying like the numbers of the crimes where if you look at last year and some of the previous years, that the numbers may be down in different areas. What is it that is going to help us out? Do you feel that we need more law enforcement? Do you feel that in order to fight some of the crime that is going on, some of these shootings and some of the homicides that are going on, some of the reckless driving and the things like that, do you think that we need more law enforcement, or yes or no? So that's the poll question right now. Do you believe that we need more law enforcement in order to really get a hold on the things that are just appearing to be out of control right now? Do you think we need more law enforcement involved in the community? Yes or no? It's on the YouTube page. You can end up giving your opinion. We want to know how you're feeling about this. Again, on the YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe while you're there. Facebook Live, please participate as well. Do you feel like in order to kind of get things reined in, do we need more law enforcement? Because you're talking about, the crime happening here, the crime happening there. Will more law enforcement help us? Will it hurt us? What is your thoughts on that? What is your thoughts on it? Because unfortunately, in my opinion, the community is not coming together strong enough to make it to where we can say, all right, we'll police ourselves. So, I mean, that's my real thought on it. We're not, we're talking about different things. Well, we don't need this. We don't need that. But when you look at the fact that within the last 6 days, 7 people have been murdered, 3 by allegedly a man that has mental health illness. 2 people that were murdered on 27th and Atkinson on yesterday evening, then another person on 31st and Hampton are allegedly all lost their lives because of this one person that had mental health issues from what some of the family is talking about. But again, so in order to get some of these things under control, do you think we need more law enforcement? Or no, we don't need more. We need less law enforcement. We got this. We got this. Which one is it? Which one is it? Please participate. If you have a truth comment that you'd like to make, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this to find out, like, is that, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? We're talking about elected officials. We're talking about, is that the answer? What is the answer? And I'm talking about to kind of like bring things to a halt right now. Like to bring things to a halt right now, because I don't need to keep experiencing within 6 days 7 people losing their lives. 7 people losing their lives between October 14th and October 20th, 2025. Here in Milwaukee now, at least 15 people were shot in Milwaukee, resulting in 7 fatalities. This total is based on reports from multiple local news sources covering the incidents during that week. The breakdown: Tuesday, October 14th, there were 2 separate shootings that resulted in 1 fatality and 3 injuries. 1 person died and 2 were injured near 27th Street and Fond du Lac Avenue, while another person was shot near 14th and Galena. Then we've got the, and these are close to me, the 7900 West Appleton Avenue, Shaq, DJ Reckless, and Quedar. They lost their lives on 79th and Appleton. They were murdered. And the 3 people, like I say, last night, it's too much. But we're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines again, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Truth Nation, want to hear from you. Going to the line, Ed, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the question, what's your truth?
Homer, I want to thank you for having me on the show. Last time I was on the show, I gave some pretty good advice, and Dame blew up on me. And I think my advice was solid, but I think because it was coming from a white guy that he didn't want to hear it. And what I had said holds true. It's the truth. It's not black, white, Hispanic, or Jewish. It's the truth. And the truth is that all these dysfunctional and violent lifestyles that push mayhem and destruction are very popular in the black community. And it's not all blacks. We know that. I think it has to do with younger people. I don't see guys who are 60. I'm 60. I don't see guys my age living like this. But there's almost some kind of frenzied euphoria that the chaos brings these kids. And they're not thinking about their future. They're acting out of impulse. They're not correcting their impulse. They'll shoot somebody for the wrong look, the wrong glance, or stepping on the shoes. And they don't realize that that shot could land them 40 years in prison, away from their family, away from their wives and kids. I think what would really help are more prisons, stiffer sentences. I mean, starting at things like the Kia boys, where these kids are arrested 35 times and none of them serve time for any of this stuff. I mean, that stuff's kind of dissipating. But let's be honest. If you hit these kids with hard time the first time, they're not likely to do it a second or third time if they don't enjoy the prison stay. And nobody wants to talk about the truth. They want to manufacture a narrative that they want to be the truth, and they're calling it the truth. It's bad math. It's bad medicine. We got to clean up our communities, It's got to start in the home. It's got to start with law enforcement being able to enact the laws that are already on the books. And when these things go down, you're going to see the crime rate cut in half for sure. And you're doing these boys a favor by teaching them this lesson at 20 and not at 35 or 40. And that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Again, True Nation, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. And as much as some people may find some of the things that he said hard to listen to, in my opinion, a lot of it is the truth. I mean, again, if you don't want your son or daughter, your brother, or your sister, your mother, or your father to get hit with some of this hard time, then you need to talk to them. You need to help them to get their life right, because other than that, they are destroying it for people who just want to have a quality of life. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Andrew, what is the poll looking like? The question is, do we need more law enforcement involvement in the community? Yes or no? Where are we at?
69% say no, they do not. Actually, yes. It just flipped over to 60% say yes.
Oh, 60% say yes. Okay. Because I'm saying we're still having a lot of crime that is taking place. And I get the 10-year plan, the 5 and the 10-year plans, but how many more of us will have to die? How many more of us will have to take the chance that we're going to end up being shot and we're not intended victims? How many times are we going to have to deal with more post-traumatic stress disorder and just the trauma of seeing dead bodies on social media, seeing it in real life? How long do we have to deal with those type of things? This is crazy. This is crazy. So I definitely want to hear from you. We got to get ready to take care of some more bills. Again, the Talk text line, the True Talk text line, 833-212-1017, because we got to solve this situation. We got to do something. We are literally dying, people, and I'm just tired of having to wait to see who's next, because it's going to knock at your door. These homicides are going to knock at your door. The people who just got shot, it's going to knock on your door, and you're going to feel it. Now you're going to want to change. We'll be black.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you ready to level up your mindset, your money, and your future? Join Coach Erica Odom, real estate investor, success coach, and published author of our monthly show On the Journey with Coach Erica. Every month, she will give you real strategies, proven tips, and the mindset shift you need to reach your goals. Join us October 28th at 6 p.m. and she'll be joined by William Lyons Edwards, founder of Knowledge Born Publishing and 84 Lawn Care, and Ed Hennings, founder of Work Boots and Go Time Trucking. That's On the Journey with Coach Erica, Tuesday, October 28th at 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm black. Welcome to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Homer Blow. Holding it down today and tomorrow for Tory Lowe, who will return on Wednesday. And right now on the Truth YouTube page, we got the question, do we need more law enforcement involvement in the community? And what is the poll numbers looking like before I go to the Truth Talk text line?
74% say yes, Homer.
Okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to go to our Truth Talk text line. We've got Sandra. Sandra, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Hi, Homer. My truth is, I don't think we need 74. I mean, you said you had 74 people.
74% saying that, yeah, we need more law enforcement involved.
No, because we're going to get ICE. Look, they got cameras all over the place. They're going to put more red light cameras, facial recognition. We don't have the police, but it's going to be this new thing with all of this satellite stuff. That's probably why our satellite stuff is off right now. So we're going to get all of this spy equipment on us, and the police got a chance to move out of the city. So what do they care about a city they don't have to live in? You know, that's Walker. I mean, he's saying for them not to have to live here. I think if people live in the city, they would take care of the city better and, you know, have more view for us here. But I think we have to get more active. My sister speak of a commune. Mm-hmm. We have to get more together.
Okay,
because
so
everybody tries to speak for us.
Okay, Sandra, so how long do we have to deal with the shootings and the homicide that is happening inside the inner city? Even though that there are some groups that are supposed to be working to bring those numbers down, but the numbers are going up. Like, we're already surpassed where we would be last year with the amount of homicides that have happened. So more police is not the answer. When I'm saying law enforcement, I'm not keeping that.
Be here. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying ICE. I'm saying MPD. Do we need more MPD? Do we need more Milwaukee County Sheriff's officers?
No, we need to fix the city, Homer.
Okay, so how do we do it?
Look at every central city.
But how do we do it?
Every central city is gutted out. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. We always, now Michelle will tell you, we get 9% money back. Mm-hmm. All the other counties outside of Milwaukee, they get all kind, 900% back from the government. Mm-hmm. Give us the money we need to fix our city so we can have proper policing, proper houses built. I live in the city. Ain't no houses. Guy, come over and do my.
But when you say proper, when you say, hang on, Sandra, when you say proper policing, who's doing it?
We'll get the money. We have to pay them.
No, this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking. Are you saying that the police will be policing, or are you saying the community will be policing?
Well, we both can work together. How come we can't work together?
Okay, but do we need more with the amount of shootings, 15 within the last 6 days?
No, and no more police.
Okay,
No more police.
All right, got you.
They fixing the city up. We got boarded up houses.
I got you
Fix the city up, and people be happy to live here.
I got you documented.
That's enough of that.
I got you documented.
Sick of that.
I got you. Thank you for your call. We'll agree to disagree because a lot of these boarded houses are coming up from people that live in the inner city that's not even trying to take care of their damn house. And that is not a city problem. That's a people problem. That is a people problem. And if we can't even pick up after ourselves, if we can't even say, you know what, I need to make sure that I do this. I don't need to make it where this is going to look like, hey, come break in my house. Hey, come do this. Hey, all I do is sit around and smoke weed all day. There has to be a change. The community has to come together. We're going to go black to the True Talk text lines. We've got Steed. Steed, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the subject, you hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Yes, sir. Hey, Homer Blow, man. My truth is this. Coming from law enforcement of 15, 16 years previously, no police, no amount of police would have never stopped those 6 shootings, okay, over the weekend. So I think if we put the money before the problem, it'll work. What happened to Pal? Let's put that on the shelf. What happened to Pal? Pal saved a lot of kids, a lot of would-be robbers and everything else. What happened to those ideas just like that? They gutted our city, and just like Sandra's saying, they take all the money from the city and give it to the rest of the state, and for them to improve their communities, and they don't send the proper amount back here for our needs. So a few things we could do. You get a hold of the parents, okay? The worst thing you could do to a person on earth is to deny them a proper education. That's the worst thing you could do to anybody, is to get a proper education. So during that, like I told Sherwin, if what happens is, these kids start to skip school and all that, you tell the parent, both parents, I'm not just saying the mother or the father, both of them, we're taking your state taxes because your kid has missed too many days of school, okay? So we're going to have to incarcerate your child in the future if they don't get the education. That equals that. That's exactly what that equals. You take their you take their taxes, okay? When you get the parents involved in conjunction with teachers and the appropriate school system, you got to give our school, you got to pay. You have to pay our teachers to deal with the elements out here. There's some bad elements out here. That means the parents be involved, okay? And there's other things that you can do to make the parents involved. You put the money before the problem instead of chasing the problem. I totally disagree with that white man from the east side. You tell him to take his ass on back to Wisconsin somewhere and try that shit up there.
Hey. Come on now, you former law enforcement, you definitely know to keep it better. I understand. But again, oftentimes we get mad, in my opinion, at hearing the truth. We get mad. We get mad at hearing the truth. Now, if it was anybody else, I hear too many people in the community when people say, well, how am I doing? Again, I am giving people resources. I'm giving people solutions. I'm allowing people to help give me their ideas for solutions. That's what we got to do. When we're talking about what are we doing, again, we're giving people a voice to speak out. We're wanting to hear your ideas. We're setting up these different meetings with all of these people. Everybody that had so much to say about the Office of Community Wellness and Safety with the new director, Adam Purcell, that was chosen. But when he done the city town hall meeting, there was 25, 30, 40 people, maybe, and the room holds more. But so where are all of these outraged people? Where are all these people that got all these questions, all these comments? Where the hell are you at? You got to show up. We'll show up and show out for a lot of other stuff. But when it's dealing with things that we need to take care of, we out trying to smoke weed. We out trying to drink until we can't stand. We out trying to party in a war zone. We are in a war zone in our own inner cities. But we looking for the next damn party. Right. They showed out for the tuna lady. Damn. But where you at when it's time to try to help save some of the lives, when you're trying to reduce some of the trauma that we're going through. You know how many people are now talking about, I ain't going outside. You got to stay at home now. The way they out here shooting people, this, that, and the other. And whether it's somebody with mental health or whether it's just some ignorant people out here doing it, we are prisoners in our own homes and apartments and communities because we're dealing with situations that are out of control. And if we can't talk to ourselves about it, we don't want to hear when somebody else say it. We don't want to hear them say it. You ain't got a right to say it. I didn't hear him call us the N-word. But again, we don't want to. Now, I guarantee you, as I'm saying, I'm saying it. I'm not going to hear the same, that he don't know what he's talking about, this, that, and the other. If you can't go black and really decipher what was said, we don't like the messengers a lot of the times. That's it. It's even with some people that are trying to help you with grassroots organization. You don't like the messenger, so you try to push it to the side. That ain't going to do nothing. That ain't going to do nothing. But what the hell are you doing? Are you doing something? Because oatmeal is better than no meal at all. You know? And I'm just saying. So we got to get ready to take care of some bills. And we're going to pause this. We're going to pause this because I will be joined at the top of 2 o'clock by our very special guest, Linda Welsh, the president and CEO of Sharp. Of course, the event, a novel event, is coming up on October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. We're going to find out more about what is Sharp. What is a novel event about? So we're going to take care of that at 2 o'clock, and then we're going to get black into this after we take care of some business. We got to take care of some bills right now. When I return, I'll be joined in the studio by Linda Welsh, president and CEO of Sharp. We'll be black.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
Tell your kids who were supposed to be the seventh generation that Paw Paw's an idiot because Paw Paw decided he wanted to be Make America Great, but meanwhile the Chinese ain't buying soybeans from us no more because of policies Donald Trump put in, and they voted for us. You know, I don't know what we're gonna do. I know what you should have did. You should have voted for somebody that wasn't gonna put tariffs out there. I love God, but God can't save you from nonsense. You don't deserve a bailout. You can't sit here and vote one way, and then when your economy gets decimated, your way of life gets destroyed, you want to pray to God? God didn't tell you to go to that poll and vote against your own best interest. That was your own damn problem. That was you. But don't ask for prayer when you block your own blessing. That's why I don't feel bad for these farmers. You voted for this, and now you reap what you sow.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace, every weekday from 12 to 1. Streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth. You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I am the legendary Homer Blow, holding it down for today and tomorrow for the award-winning Tory Lowe. And I am pleased to be joined in the studio at this time by Linda Welsh, who is the president and CEO of Sharp. Great afternoon. How are you doing and feeling?
Very good, and thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. Now, we're talking about this. We've been talking about this, a novel event that is presented by Jim and Andrea Schlomer. And it's coming up on Tuesday, October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. For those who may be unfamiliar, tell us about Sharp Literacy.
Absolutely. We're actually, our 30th anniversary is in 2026.
Okay.
So we've been around a long time.
Absolutely.
I've been there 14 years.
Okay.
But our mission is that we partner with educators to foster a love of learning and with our STEAM-based program. So it's very experiential and hands-on and project-based learning. This academic year, we'll be in 44 schools.
Wow.
In underserved neighborhoods. We'll serve about 7,500 students. So K-3 through 5th grade, and about 88% of them are economically disadvantaged.
Wow. And I mean, again, that takes some commitment, obviously. And this being the 24th year. Talk about Donald Driver as the keynote speaker and his longstanding support of Sharp. What does that mean for Sharp, and how does it make the organization feel?
Oh my gosh. He was our keynote speaker my first year at Sharp, so 2013. And when I was looking like who would be a good, keynote speaker, and I'm a big sports fan, big Packer fan.
Right.
And then I did some research, and I saw that Donald had written quickie books. Quickie Makes the Team, and so children's books.
Absolutely.
So I had contacted his agent, Brian, and I said, I would love to have Donald come and talk to, our attendees. And he's like, this might be a good fit. So 13 years ago, he was our keynote speaker and was just unbelievable. And since then, he believes in our mission, and he believes in, helping underserved students. He just does different things. We had him reading at one of our schools about a month ago, and it just means so much. It makes our students feel really, really special.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do the students react?
Yeah,
and it's we got a Super Bowl champion in here.
Yes, and they all know him, and but yeah, his smile and his encouragement, and he just goes above and beyond, and he's just an incredible person with, just his philanthropic initiatives. We're just thrilled to have him back again this year.
Absolutely. Partnerships are an important part of events such as this. So can you tell us about some of Sharp's partnerships that make this event possible that is coming up on Tuesday, October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center? How important are the partnerships?
Partnerships are everything. In that, when I started at Sharp, I knew that we can't do it alone. We have to do it with partners. And, from our donors and funders to our schools that we serve, we have great partnerships with all of our schools. St. Augustine Prep, we have MATC and MSOE and UW Milwaukee and Marquette University. We have a reading program both with Marquette men's basketball, reading with the Golden Eagles, which is in its 10th year, and reading with the Panthers, UW Milwaukee. And it just makes our kids just feel really special, and they wouldn't have the experiences that we provide to them without Sharp. We have educational tour experiences at the Milwaukee Art Museum and Discovery World and MSOE STEM Center and WCTC. And then for Novel Event, we're close to being sold out, which is amazing. And it's all the corporations and foundations in Milwaukee that support us, and they believe in what we're doing and the impact that we make. So that's really important. Partnerships are everything, say we're better together.
Again, we're talking to Linda Welsh, President and CEO of Sharp. With being there, you said 14 years you've been there. Have you heard from some of the children that came in or that were involved in the program when you started, and now they've kind of graduated to the next level, and what does that mean to you when you get to check in on some of them where they say, hey, I want to say thank you? How has that been for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I ran into one of our graduates, probably maybe a couple years ago, and he was working at a bank where I was picking up a check that they had given to Sharp, and he said, I want to let you know that I was a student of Sharp, and he said it brought me so much confidence, and I can do this, and he said the hands-on and the experiential learning that we provide them, which is so critical thinking skills and perseverance and teamwork. So we really do kind of that pipeline where they build their confidence. We do coding and video game design, microbits. It just all these things that, I wish I had, Sharp and when I was going to elementary school, but the things that they're learning, and they get excited about learning, and they have a love of learning. When our educators go into the classrooms, which is amazing in itself. We're, I think, the only nonprofit in the elementary arena that allows during the school day for our educators to come in, and kids get so excited. It's Sharp Day. It's Sharp Day. Right. We do things, video game expo with MATC, and then we do a design and code and build, and they get to go to the Fiserv, the winners, the top students from each of the. And here they are at Fiserv, and we had DJ Shauna, and she's doing her, her DJing, and it just. They get up in front of 200-300 people to present to them. Wow. Again, these are 9-year-olds, video game design's 3rd graders, so they're 8th grade. And it's just, it just warms my heart because we're leveling the playing field.
Absolutely.
We want our kids to have the same experiences and opportunities
as everybody. Everybody, because they deserve it. How do children get involved into the Sharp program? So I know that there are a lot of parents and guardians that are logged on and are tuned in to today's show. How do you say, hey, I want my child to be in that program? How does that happen?
We're a school-based program, so we're in, like I said, 44 schools. And it's classrooms. So unfortunately, there's not a opportunity for them. But hopefully that they're in one of the schools.
Those classes, yeah, absolutely.
Schools and classes where we provide it, our programming, and we have a really strong summer program in talking about partnerships with the Brewers Community Foundation and Cecilia Gore.
I would say Cecilia,
yes,
great afternoon.
And the Milwaukee Brewers. So they get to go to ball games. You know, some of them have never been to the ballpark.
And they get that experience.
They get that experience, and it just really lifts them up and encourages them.
What are some of the live auction items this year? Because there's an auction, and in order to make this thing work, what are some of the things that they can expect?
Sure. We have, right now, we're working on a few more, but we have Garth Brooks tickets.
Wow.
With a room at the Iron Horse.
Okay.
And dinner and overnight stay. And then St. Kate's is donating some gift cards, so maybe a pre-drink and
right,
an after
absolutely,
drink. And then
absolutely.
you don't have to worry about driving. They'll be at the Iron Horse. We have tickets to the Donald Driver celebrity softball game that will be held in June, and that's kind of a meet and greet with Donald and Jordan Love.
Wow.
So, and then we have overnight stay for that. We are working with the Brewers on something kind of special. So we'll have 4 or 5 live auction items.
All right. Funds raised at a novel event support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based program to elementary students in urban schools across Milwaukee, Racine, and Waukesha. Talk about some of the programs that are offered this year.
Yeah, well, like I said, K-3 through 5th grade, and the upper elementary is the one that's really awesome. Again, video game design. They work with students at MATC. They're kind of their mentors.
Wow.
And then our 4th grade program is really about coding and prototypes. And then 5th grade is about microbits and circuits and all of that great stuff. And our early elementary, K-3 through 2nd grade, is all about pollination and water, weather, water, and the environment. So what goes along with that is we have an educational tour experience with each of the grade levels.
Okay.
So it would make sense, obviously, with our 2nd graders to go to Discovery World. And again, it's these experiences that our kids would never have. So they get to go to Discovery World, where our educators and Discovery World's educators get together and they create just an awesome hands-on educational tour experience with our students.
Okay.
So what they're learning in the classroom is being reinforced outside the classroom.
Absolutely.
And the thing is we provide our programming at no cost to the schools. So it's amazing.
Can't lose with that.
Yeah, and that's where the proceeds will give us the ability to continue to do that.
And now I noticed that you did mention a little bit earlier that it's still some tickets left. Are tickets still available for this event that is coming up on October 28th at the Baird Center?
There are still tickets available, and we have a few VIP tickets available as well. sharpliteracy.org, right on the homepage, click novel event, and we'll have all the updated live auction items, and you can register. So it's going to be an incredible day.
If listeners can't attend the event, how can they still support Sharp Literacy?
Volunteers. We love to have, and our kids love to have volunteers in the classroom to help them out, or just be there just for another set of hands, especially when you're doing coding and signing in, or some of the integrated art projects that we do. They can go online and donate if they're not able to make it. You know, it's always great to get donations. And we have a wish list for supplies. We provide our students with so many awesome supplies, and it's always nice to have people donate the supplies.
Absolutely. Talking with Linda Welch, the president and CEO of Sharp. Of course, Tuesday, October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center, a novel event presented by Jim and Andrea Schlomer. And if you want to try to get tickets, you can still visit sharpliteracy.org, sharpliteracy.org. Linda Welch, I want to thank you for coming in and taking time to speak with our Truth Nation here and letting them know why what you do and the Sharp program, Sharp STEAM program is so important to our children, who are our future.
Absolutely. And I would be I want to thank Dr. Arvin and Amy Ahuja. They are the speaker sponsor and have done so much. They're our co-chairs. So in addition to Andrea and Jim, I'd like to thank the Ahujas as well.
Well, thank you very much for taking some time out. I know you're busy because that's going to be a wonderful event. And, you just probably got a busy day.
Yes,
but I thank you for taking time out to come and talk with us. Troop Nation, we got to get ready to take care of some bills.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. With me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Getting to treatment shouldn't stand between you and life-saving care. The American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program eases your burden by providing free rides to cancer-related medical appointments. Their trained volunteer drivers are ready to pick you up, take you to your appointment, and bring you safely back home, all at no cost. Don't let transportation keep you from the care you need. Schedule a ride today by visiting their website, cancer.org/transportation. That's cancer.org/transportation.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome back to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 1017 The Truth FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Of course, True Talk text lines are open. We've been into a very great discussion, but make sure those of you that you can support Tuesday, October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Thank you, Linda Welsh, President and CEO of Sharp, for all that you're doing to make sure that nobody, truly, you ain't got to get left behind. You ain't got to feel like you can't achieve these things because they are achievable. All right, so where we were, kind of got into a good, healthy debate. Some agree, some disagree, and it's okay. Because this is what the Truth Nation is all about. This is what being able to say what's your truth as it relates to the different situations and topics that are going on in and around our community, outside of our community, out in the world. You know, there's a lot of things. And if we don't get to communicate our thoughts and our feelings, whether we agree to disagree or not, it's okay. It's okay. I have my thoughts and opinions. Everybody else has their thoughts and opinions. But in the end, we need to make sure that whatever side that you're leaning to or you feel is the strongest, do the things that are necessary to make those things come into fruition. So if you feel like we don't need more law enforcement, what are we doing in the right now? And I'm saying in the right now because I understand the process. Don't ever think that I don't understand the process of some of the other things that we want to happen. It's going to be a moment before we get to that. It's like it's not going to stop right away. Another father or mother or grandparents or aunties and uncles, or brothers and sisters having to mourn the loss of their loved one, that's happening like right now. And one of the other things that I always think about when people end up saying it is when people talking about the homicides that have taken place, right? And I'm looking at social media because, again, I mean, it is what it is. This is where we're at. Online, I get it, you know, and then you got AI doing what it's doing. But here's a thing. When I hear some people say, you messed the city up with this one, when they end up losing a loved one to a homicide or some sort of violence and they end up losing their lives. And I hear people say, you messed the city up with it. Y'all messed the city up with this one. How? How did they mess the city up with this one? That's like saying y'all wanted to be murdered. They didn't want to be murdered. They didn't want to. You get what I'm saying? And I get where some people are trying to reach out, but it's like, no, whoever perpetrated that homicide messed the city up. That's who we, and again, we subconsciously or not, whatever it is, like when you say, yeah, y'all really, no. OG Tweezy, Antoine Hogans, Kevin Lewis, Bubs Dub. They didn't mess the city up. Somebody in the city messed the city up by taking their lives. So when we say that, I need people to like really understand. Like you really need to understand how you're dealing with this. And this is why I say the therapy, like how many people, the trauma, the PTSD that is happening when you end up having to hear that people ended up losing their lives. You know, Shaquille Madison, a.k.a. Shaq, DJ Reckless, you know what I'm saying? Quaidar, like these are brothers that I knew that were murdered on 79th and Appleton. And they didn't mess the city up. But some, they have a 35-year-old or a 38-year-old suspect in custody. And if they are found to be the one that ended up committing this double homicide, again, I hope that they never get out of prison. And when we're talking about taking people out of rotation, this is why I'm saying, you know, you got people saying, oh, they don't need to go to jail. They don't need to go to prison that long. They need to do this. They need to do that. Like, it's some of these people that are out here that are just habitual criminality repeaters. They just doing it. They doing it. They don't give a damn about nothing else. We're talking about, well, they just needed this and they just needed that. They have opportunities to get their life right. It's real talk. They have opportunities to get their life right. What some people may not understand, and this is why I always encourage people, go down to the courthouse, watch how these trials end up going. Go to intake court, go to the different, you can go to these things. You can watch some of them online. Let your children watch it. And you'll hear that when a lot of these judges or commissioners are talking to these people, whether it's at the juvenile detention center, they're telling them, look, here's some things that you need to do. Whether it's the boys or the girls, whether it's the men or the women. A lot of times you'll end up going in that courtroom and you'll hear the judge say, okay, I'm going to give you another opportunity, but I don't want to see you in my courtroom anymore. I don't want to see you in my courtroom anymore. So, but here they go in the courtroom again. Some people that have been locked up and just get out. Like, okay, we're going to return you back to society. You got in front of the parole board and said, okay, yep, I got my mind right. I'm atoning for what I did. And what ends up happening? They get out, and some of them, not all, they send themselves right back by doing some of the same things that they were doing before. There's family oftentimes, and then there's friends that try to be like, look, hey, I don't want you to go back to that life. So that's why I say some people, if y'all doing that welcome home party, are you about to engage them in what took them away from the community in the first place? Do you really think that's helping? Truth Nation, the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Please call in and give me your truth. Let me know, what do you think? And this is why I say we got to get to some solutions. And I understand those that are talking about the 2, 3, 4-year plan, because all that money, it's got to be allocated. It's got to be voted on. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. It's not coming right away. And this is why I say we could have another 6 homicides in the next 4 or 5 days. We got to take care of some bills, but I'll be black.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on Collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. It's Victory Monday for the Packers as they get their first road win of the year against the Cardinals 27-23. Quarterback Jordan Love on Micah Parsons' breakout game.
I can't state enough how fun it is just to have him on this team and how much of a playmaker he is. In big situations like that, having 3 sacks on the day is big time.
Packers now head to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. The Milwaukee Bucks are back on Wednesday night hosting the Washington Wizards and Chris Middleton. Here's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He should get the warmest welcome ever. When he comes here and he sees his tribute video, he should, be in tears crying before the game.
Tip-off is at 7 on Wednesday. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
I'm black. I am your cousin sub of the day, the legendary home of Lowe. I'm a club sub. Sponsored by Cousin Subs, holding it down for Tory Lowe today and tomorrow. And now, early on, Melody Madden said, working 2 jobs, and great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. Working 2 jobs to make ends meet, working for a living. Stop chastising people because they don't/can't make a meeting to tell those in city pockets how to do their job. Stop blaming them. It's foul. I just want to know, how are we supposed to get the message to them if you saying that you calling people and they don't show up, but then they're all there and it's a one-stop shop? So which one is it? Which one is it? You want to say that I call and they don't never answer me. And I even went down there one time. Okay, you saying all of that. Okay, well, guess what? They're going to be here. So again, it goes to, I understand people working, but give me the excuse for why some parents or guardians don't go to parent-teachers conference. They've made it possible for whatever shift you work. They make it possible for you to still find out what your son, your daughter, your grandkids are doing, and all you have to do is show up. Even if you want to do it by Zoom. You feel what I'm saying? They make all of this accessible for us, and people still don't show up. So, how many ENCs? I'm allergic to excuses and complaints. So how many ENCs? We got to deal with what's important to us. What I'm saying to some of you is, I don't want your son or daughter to have to be murdered before you feel like it's time to get involved, that something has to change. The police ain't doing this. They not doing that. They not doing this. Why do we have to keep waiting until it's one of our loved ones or a best friend or somebody else that we care about that ends up being murdered or being a victim of the crime that is happening in our city? Why do we have to wait until we got to sit on the front row when we could be proactive with a lot of these situations? That's the only thing that I'm trying to get some people to understand, the importance of being proactive about it instead of waiting until something happens that really sparks you now. Now you're ready to crusade. Now you're ready to stand at a candlelight vigil talking about, these is good people. Now you're ready to release balloons. You want to do all of this, but this is after the fact. This is after the fact. What I'm trying to explain, and in my opinion, I want us to not have to do a balloon release. I don't want you to have to go sit out at Frederick Hospital hoping that the person pulls through. I don't want to see you have to go see your sons or daughters or anybody that you love or care about in a hospital with tubes talking about, well, it's a waiting game. We don't know. I don't want people's lives to have to be changed because now you had to get your leg amputated because of a reckless driving situation. Now your hips are broke. Your arms, you got to get this, you got to get that. I don't want that to continue to be what's going on. Do I understand that crime is going to happen? Yes. But do we have a chance to make a difference? Do we have a chance to help those people that are supposed to help us? Are we able to help them? We're not helping them when you know some of the people that may be committing these crimes and you're not saying a damn thing about it. That's not helping. That's not helping. You want them to get the killers off the street. You want them to stop some of the crime that's going on. So, like, which one is it? And what is your way of making that happen? And before we have to end up hearing about a 4-year-old allegedly homeless in a car, living in a car, but fell down some steps and just all of that. We're hearing a 6-year-old that ended up getting shot in some of those shootings that we're talking about that ended up taking place between October 14th and today early. Like we ain't even found out what's going to end up happening before today is out. I pray that nobody loses a loved one or a friend. I pray that people don't end up getting mangled or now their life has to change because somebody driving reckless, whether it's a Toys R Us adult who's 30, 40, 50 years old, still out here driving reckless, or if it's one of the youth that are out here driving reckless. I don't want to have to keep, besides the what appears to be the hatred from men to some women and the hatred from some women to some men. I'm tired of having to live the negative situations that are going on. How are we going to change it? How are we going to change it? How are we going to get involved? What small part or medium part or large part are you going to play in changing the narratives? When we look at these pictures, I'm just saying, we can't sit and deny that. It's right there. And we can't keep trying to run. Well, it didn't happen to me, though. But at the same time, ask yourself how certain portions of your life have changed because of it. The reason that you got to question if you're going to go to your friend's birthday party or not. The reason you got to say, where is it going to be? Oh, I don't go over that way. I mean, this is where we at. The True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. I want to know, what's your truth? What's your solution to the things that are going on? If we're saying, okay, well, we don't need this. Well, what are we doing? Okay, well, they need to do this. How long is that process? How long is that process? And that's what I want to know. Are you going to stop somebody else's father or mother from having to cry and grieve because one of their loved ones or a son or daughter ended up losing their life or being hurt or injured by some criminal activity? I mean, what is it going to take? And unfortunately, oftentimes I see people tending to wait until it happens to them. They wait until it happens to them. Then all of a sudden, something has to change. Something has to change. So when are we going to change that narrative? What organizations are you helping that are out here trying to help the community? What are you doing to help them out? Are you joining with? And to say that for the ones who say, well, I ain't got time to take off work to go do this and go do that. If I told you I had some free tickets to see Monica and Brandy, even though you were scheduled to work that evening, I got a feeling that a lot of y'all would find a reason to not go to work so you could go see Brandy and Monica. Front row tickets. Front row meet and greets. You're going to get to meet and greet them, take pictures, and you're going to be in the front row. Now, if you are willing to do that, but telling me you can't come to a community meeting, you are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Andrew, what's your thoughts?
Better looking people at the Monica concert.
Listen, it is, you have to laugh to keep from crying. And that's just the sad reality. You have to laugh to keep from crying. And if we're not out there trying to protect our own community from the violence that's going on, and all we can say, man, these fools crazy out here, man. I just try to stay out their way. Okay, then who should have to deal with them? So when you say you're staying out of the way because they crazy and you don't want to have to hurt one of them. So, and then you're also saying that, well, we don't need law enforcement in here. So who's supposed to be there then? It's our community. We can't claim it as our community. We can't claim it and then not do anything to try to protect it. Listen, we got some issues that need to be dealt with, and we don't need to just keep pushing it up under a rug. We got to understand that we are the ones that are being affected by this. So yes, you need to make some time to go to some of these meetings. The meetings oftentimes are moved around, so it's convenient for you. So I'm saying it's like when I talk about, hey, we need water. Okay, so all right, here's some free water over here. Oh, okay, can you give me a ride over there? No, I'm walking myself to go get some water. Oh, well, can you bring me something? No, I'm trying to carry as much as I can to make sure that my family is good. Oh, man, you can't just give me a case and stop it. Stop it. I done told you where it's at. It's only half a block from where you live. You can't get off your ass and go a half a block. I'm trying to help you, but you got to help me to help you. Oh, we need this. The housing is this. Okay, we're going to try to help you. But again, we can't be the ones to help you every month. That's not how it works. You know how many people need help? Know how many people need assistance? Got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. I definitely need to hear from you. Andrew, on that poll, where are we at? I know it's still up about the law enforcement. Has a lot of people commented on that.
65% say yes.
All right, yes, that we do need more. And if you feel like we don't, get your ass out there and go to work in the community. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee College Prep, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dream. Join me, Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep, Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education is accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee. Enjoy food, drinks, and a chance to learn more.
Purchase tickets at 2025. TakeAstand.GiveSmart.com. That's 2025. TakeAstand.GiveSmart.com.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
My brothers and sisters, we are here to open up the lines for you at the truth. Text lines 833-212-1017. We're black. Yes, Remblo. We're going to learn today. Reginald Jones on the YouTube page says, civic engagement, y'all. It won't bite only if we don't get involved. And that's it. That's it. Like, some people are not taking a lot of these things that are going on as serious as we need to. It's almost like some people are just like waiting to, well, it ain't happened to me yet. It ain't happened. But when it do, again, the anger, the hurt, the frustration, all of that is going to kick into high gear. It's going to kick into high gear. And my thing is, again, so what part are you playing to be proactive in it? You know, we're talking about we can't, some people saying, okay, well, you know, you can't get mad if we can't go to a meeting. But then if that meeting says, well, you know what, your EBT card, if the federal government shutdown continues come November, yeah, you ain't gonna get your EBT benefits. So now what? Now are you going to feel like, you know what? Oh, no, hang on. Where we got to go, I'm going. A lot of people understood when we were trying to get the FEMA benefits, how important it was to make sure that your property, insured or not, was able to get some of them benefits. It's that important. It's that important. That's why, again, I continue to say those things. Some people who illegally sell their EBT, yeah, you may want to rethink that now. You may rethink that because you're probably going to need all that you can get. Your children, the reason that you're eligible for them, are going to need all of the food that they can get. And I hope people really understand that. But with all of these things, you know, and I guess if EBT, SNAP benefits, WIC, if all of those things come to a screeching halt because we're still under the government shutdown on October 31st, so then here comes November 1st, are we going to be okay? We're talking about the demand of the community and how many people are depending on it. Now, trust and believe. I said this on Truth Nation before, and I'll continue to say it again. Some people are cutting off their nose to spite their face because more white people depend on EBT, SNAP, and WIC than black people. Let me say it again. There are more white people that are depending on SNAP benefits, EBT, WIC, than it is black people. The narrative will have you believe that it's only the black people. No, they're going to be hurting too. They're going to be hurting. So I'm saying if you know where we stand, in my opinion, on that totem pole, we ain't up there at the top. We are not up there at the top. And they're steadily trying to continue to push us even further and further down the totem pole, like erasing us, but we're still here. So how are we going to help ourselves in these situations? Because if this shutdown continues to go and we are at this stalemate, they're going to end up getting you to say, oh, well, yeah, it's because the Democrats just won't concede. But now you're talking about the fact that you would have to end up paying all of this extra money, for health care that a lot of people already don't have. So we're supposed to, say, oh, yeah, y'all going to concede that. And then the division that's in that, well, they ain't going to do this, they ain't going to do that. Like, so none of the things that are happening right now, none of those things you think are affecting us at all. That part, Mao the Elephant, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you, said all this, yet we are still paying taxes. Right. No lies detected. But if we don't understand how important it is that we are involved and we get engaged with our own community, because this is how we survived a lot of other things that were thrown at our community. This is how we were able to survive and not just start killing each other. We understood the power of a community, and although things may be limited, people in the community, people in a neighborhood knew how to work together. We knew the importance of working together. We respected it. We may not have, they may not have, but because they got, we all gonna have something. We may cut down the amount of this or the amount of that, but we made sure that we were all going to be good as best as we could. And if we don't work together to get black to that, and instead we'd rather just fight about the narrative, but and it started black in 1880. I know. I'm very intelligent. I know. But you tell me what talking about how it was implemented is going to change somebody that's hungry as hell? How you explain it to children that won't have nothing to eat? Well, see, because what it was, when they did this, and this is, okay, so how the hell we getting out of it? That's what we need to know. How can we get out of it now? We know that there are some long-term things that have to be done. We get it. At least I do. I get it. I know that all these things ain't going to change overnight, but we can do some things to help us right now. Right now. To the PWKs that watch your sons and daughters holding out all these bank rolls of $100 bills and all of that, I think that would help you still feed the kids. Instead of just throwing it around like it's nothing, not respecting the value. Interesting facts about the U.S. welfare by race in 2025. Welfare fact. The largest racial group on SNAP, white Americans, 37%. Highest, is it TAMP participation rate? Hispanic, Latino, what is that, 36%? And total Americans on welfare, over 72.8 million monthly recipients.
But you know who's missing from that list, Homer?
Us.
Black Americans.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And this is the deeper thing that I'm trying to explain and why we need to be concerned. Why we need to be concerned and why we need to get involved. Stop waiting on other stuff. There are some things that we can prepare for now in the event of that. We ain't got to wait until it's just turmoil and chaos. When they said COVID, you're going to be locked in, everybody, all the store shelves were empty. You couldn't find this, you couldn't find that. But are people going and preparing for some of the simple things that you may need to just survive? You feel what I'm saying? Reginald Jones said, no EBT, got venison. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, like for real, we got to understand how real this is. 833-212-1017 is the True Talk text line. We have to get engaged. We have to stay engaged. We have to get involved. If not, just have several seats. Just have several seats because you are being part of the problem instead of trying to help us be part of the solution. We ain't going to be able to change everything, but we can make some things work to whereas our community doesn't have to be on the bottom end. We got to take care of some bills. Andrew, take us to break. We'll be back.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
How is it possible for somebody to be found guilty of something and serve no jail time. How is it possible that someone can get a first offense misdemeanor when it comes to marijuana here in the state of Wisconsin and can face up to 6 months in jail, but 2 men who are convicted of murder get probation? This is not what justice is about. Why does this keep happening, Truth Nation? And why does it always seem like black people die and we don't get the justice that we deserve? How should we react to this? If you commit a crime, you must do the time. If you take somebody's life, you have to pay the cost. I don't care that it was an accident, because it does not make sense to me how someone can be murdered and somehow they get no time. Even if you accidentally kill somebody, you are still a murderer, especially when you plead guilty to felony murder. Marijuana will get you more time in jail than killing somebody, especially when it comes to a black man here in America, unfortunately.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
Truth Nation. I'm black inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Also, the Talk text line, you can make your comments there. And, of course, for those of you who are on our YouTube page or Facebook Live or X, and I hope Facebook Live is doing what it's doing, because Amazon had a big outage, a humongous outage, and it says right now it's the services are recovering again after connectivity issues persisted Monday, but reports of problems with Amazon's cloud computing services unit, AWS, continue. So now, though, they're saying that they are black online, but there's some that are still out. And it said a lot of several popular websites and apps, including Snapchat, Facebook, Fortnite, were impacted. Some banks were impacted. Cryptocurrency exchange, Coinbase, and AI firm Perplexity also reported issues, as did U.S. Airlines Delta and United. One expert said the financial impact of today's disruptions could total hundreds of billions of dollars. Andrew.
Homer, I was trying to get a flight today, and I can tell you, maybe not hundreds of billions of dollars for me, but wasted time.
Yeah. How about that? How about that? We can't even, So, like I say, there are some things that we need to understand that we got to get a handle on, because some people were just dead in the water. And you really realize how much you depend on certain things. Even if you want to try to, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. Until you're not. until you not. Let's see. Reginald Jones on the YouTube said, follow Big Papa's and Big Mama's lead. You just might you might stand a high percentage of making it. Mason jars and all. Real talk. Real talk. Let's see. Mild Elephant said, I am out. They are still working on their clouds. Here we go with AI. Eddie DeLuisa, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, excellent show today. You always do a great job. Thank you very much. Reginald Jones said those collards and mustards will be ready to come out of the soil soon. Yeah, y'all did get a garden going this year, right? Listen. I'm telling you, instead of waiting, are you utilizing the benefits that you got? And it's going to, even when the government shutdown is over with, there's a lot of things that are changing as it relates to SNAP and EBT benefits. There's a lot of things that are changing. They're about to start reinforcing where you got to work to get those benefits. EBT, now, SNAP, you got to work to get those benefits. It's not no easy ride anymore. You know, before COVID, they were trying to enforce that. They were enforcing it then. But then, of course, after COVID, you know, things relaxed and all of that. But all that is now getting ready to go back into effect. You're going to find that when you go to try to get help from some of these people, they're going to be like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. So we need to prepare like for real, and stop treating this like it's a game. If we don't get our communities together, where are you going to go to depend on your community? Only a few people that are trying to do this and a few group of people that are trying to do that? It's going to be all hands on deck in our communities, in my opinion. It's going to be all hands on deck. We're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody. We're going to need them. And you might think that, oh, it's not going to affect me. That ain't going to, I don't know why they keep saying this and why they keep saying that until you do. And now we're going to see you on social media crying. We're going to see you on the news crying, talking about, and I got, man, I tried to this and I used to get this. So I'm just saying, you think conditions are crazy now? Think about how crazy they can get after the fact. So, ladies, again, make sure you're doing the right thing. If you are receiving EBT, instead of trying to, I sell you this and I sell you that, you're going to need them. And I'd rather know that we are prepared in the event that this government shutdown goes into November. All right, we're hoping we can get to a resolution, but I do not blame, for me now, I don't blame the Democrats for standing their ground, because to concede, talk about the health care and other things that you're just not going to be able to afford. If you already feel like it's high, the cost of this is high, and your payment is this, your payment is that. If this big, beautiful bill, part of that big, beautiful bill goes through, you haven't experienced anything yet. I'm talking about doubling the cost of what you're paying. Premiums, all of that. And if you already have to make life decisions, and I'm saying life decisions of, do I do this or do I do that? These are all real realities that are right in our face. And I'm saying don't wait. And even with the canning that Reginald was talking about, like for real, like you have to start really thinking. That's why the neighborhoods back in the day were able to help each other. There was can this, can that in those mason jars. Even soap, like, you know, how to make your own, all that. And I'm telling you, we think that we are so far ahead, but we are going backwards. To the east, backwards, in the words of X-Clan. So we got to understand how serious and how real this is. Sisters that are thinking, well, I do this and I'm going to always make my money, until you ain't. until you ain't. Because a lot of those things that some people may be doing, thinking that, okay, that money is going to be there, they're going to be cracking down. They're going to be cracking down on a lot of stuff. They're going to be cracking down on a lot of stuff. So a lot of places where you felt like you had your income, you know, where you thought you had your income, yep. Surprise. So let me end up reading some information. Thank you, producer Andrew. The general work requirements. If you are the ages of 16 to 59 years old and able to work, you will probably need to meet the general work requirements to get SNAP benefits. The general work requirements include registering for work, participating in SNAP employment and training, which is E&T, or workfare. If assigned by your state SNAP agency, taking a suitable job is offered and not voluntarily quitting a job or reducing your work hours below 30 a week without a good reason. You are excused from general work requirements if you are any one of these things. You're already working at least 30 hours a week or earning wages at least equal to the federal minimum wage multiplied by 30 hours, meeting work requirements for another program, TANF, or unemployment compensation, taking care of a child under 6 or an incapacitated person, unable to work due to physical or mental limitation, participating regularly in an alcohol or drug treatment program, studying in school or a training program at least half time, but college students are subject to other eligibility rules. If you have to meet the general work requirements, but you don't, you are disqualified from getting SNAP for at least a month and must start meeting the requirements to get SNAP again. If you get black on SNAP, and then don't meet the requirements again, then you are disqualified for longer than a month, and you could be disqualified forever.
Bruh.
Right.
Forever?
Forever. Not just that. So the month is just a warning. The month is just a warning, Andrew. So that's your warning. And it's a lot of people that go ahead to get their ass out there and work.
Talk about a harsh penalty.
Yeah. Again, let me read that line again for you. And for those of you who stop, well, I don't get that. I get EB. Same. Stop it. I don't get that. I get EB. Stop. If you have to meet the general work requirements, but you don't, you are disqualified from getting SNAP for at least a month and must start meeting the requirements in order to get SNAP again. So to get black on the SNAP, you're going to have to start meeting the requirements. And if you get black on SNAP and then don't meet the requirements again, then you are disqualified for longer than a month, and you could be disqualified forever. Do you know how many people are probably going to come off of the SNAP EBT roll? That's a lot. That's a lot. The ABALD work requirement and time limit, which I'll just briefly begin that. If you are ages 18 to 54 and able to work and don't have any dependents, you might need to meet both the general work requirements and an additional work requirement for ABALDs to get SNAP for more than 3 months in 3 years, which is the time limit. You can meet the ABALD work requirement by doing any one of these things. I'm going to read them when I come back. I'm going to read them. This is information, you know how they say, the more you know. This is some information that you need to know, and you need to take it serious, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a lot of people that we know that are going to be affected by not keeping up with the general work requirements that are needed to continue from this point forward to get your SNAP or EBT benefits. Got to take care of some bills. And the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Call in. Let's talk about it. We'll be black.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's time to elevate the conversation at our second annual Truth Summit happening Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Thrive on King. This free in-person roundtable dives deep into Milwaukee's most pressing issues, from bridging the healthcare divide to rebuilding our educational pipeline. Join me, Dr. Ken Harris, and expert guests for powerful insights and lively debate you won't hear anywhere else. Reserve your spot at 1017thetruth.com. Sponsored by 1MKE and Thrive on King.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm black. The legendary Homer Blow holding it down for the award-winning 1017 The Truth's very own Tory Lowe on the Tory Lowe Show. I'll be in today as well as tomorrow. Tory Lowe will return on Wednesday. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Again, Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. While you're on our YouTube page, make sure you hit that like and subscribe as we work our way to 5,000. If you're on Facebook, you can follow us, you can like the page, and of course on X, like, subscribe. We appreciate you. So before taking care of some bills, I was talking about the general work requirements that are in place. It will be in place in order for you to still be able to receive your SNAP/EBT benefits. You're going to have to work. And I'm talking about the different requirements and time limits and what happens if you don't meet it, and the fact that you can be disqualified if you violate one time and not continue to meet the requirements. You can lose your benefits for 30 days, right? But keep in mind, listen, pay attention. You can lose your benefit for 30 days, but you have to reapply for a SNAP after you start meeting all the requirements. So that means if you don't meet all the requirements before you end up starting or trying to rejoin the SNAP and EBT benefit program, then you are not going to even be qualified anymore. Now, if you meet those requirements and they do put you black on SNAP or EBT, and then you go under those requirements again, they will suspend your SNAP/EBT benefits for longer than a month, or you could be disqualified forever. Forever, ever? Forever, ever?
Oh,
Andrew.
that's tough.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
not just outcast tough.
Right.
That's just a big boy tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And but it's a reality, and people need to really understand. So now, as I was reading the abroad work requirement and time limit, the ABAWD, and they're talking about the things that you need to do. You can meet the abroad work requirement by doing any one of these things: working at least 80 hours a month. Work can be for pay, or for goods or services for something other than money, unpaid, or as a volunteer. You can participate in a work program at least 80 hours a month. A work program could be SNAP employment and training, or another federal, state, or local work program. You can participate in a combination of work and work program hours for a total of at least 80 hours a month. You can participate in work fare for the number of hours assigned to you each month. The number of hours will depend on the amount of your SNAP benefit. You are excused from the above work requirements and time limit if you are any one of these things. 1, unable to work due to a physical or mental limitation. If you are pregnant. If you have someone under 18 in your SNAP household. Excused from the general work requirements, see above. A veteran experiencing homelessness or age 24 or younger and in foster care on your 18th birthday. Now, the penalties. The penalties of if you don't meet the requirements. If you have to meet the above work requirement, but you don't, you will lose your benefits after 3 months. And to get SNAP again, you must meet the above work requirement for a 30-day period or become excused. Otherwise, you need to wait until the end of your 3-year period when you'll get another 3 months under the time limit. 3 years. You got to wait another 3 years. Listen, if somebody that you know doesn't understand, please break it down. If they're not listening, and you can always go back and watch us on YouTube. You can always go back and watch us on Facebook Live. Have them sit there to understand, and you can watch the podcast. You can watch the podcast so you can end up seeing and letting them get to the information. You can even go up to this particular portion of the show just so they understand how serious and how real this is. All of that thinking that you got it, it's going to be a lot of things that are going to be taken away from you. You know? Yeah, where Prosperity 555, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. They can volunteer if they can't find work. Right, and it has to be somebody who can really verify that they were there and volunteered for that time frame. So yeah, it is, it's real, and I hope people understand and take it as serious as they need to, and that if they don't, you try to help them to understand what this means for them. And them thinking that they get a pass. No, they ain't giving you no pass. Disqualified forever? Yeah. All because you want to go and, twerk? Stop it. We're going to the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Al, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You're hearing the conversation. What's your truth, Al?
I think the truth is they better use every resource that's available to them to try to get a job and try to figure out how they can elevate themselves. Because if you're going through all that, you'd be better off just getting a job versus just waiting through the 1st or 5th just to get something to be broke by the next week. And then also, if you're working, it gives you more of a reason to strive for better. Because when you think about anything that comes from the government, it is to keep you accustomed to living a certain way. And then you got to look at the psychological warfare. If I keep you accustomed to living a certain way, I don't have to worry about you coming for my job or coming for my integrity. So it's like you're giving drugs to a person. If I can keep you high and keep you drunk, I don't have to worry about you competing. But if that person say, I don't want the drug, I want your job, and I want your benefit so I can sit back and laugh, now they got a fight on their hands. So they people just, if they smart, try to use every resource that's available from the churches. Y'all know how to Google, because in some rural towns, they have women get cars if they got kids. Up in Madison, Sheboygan, you got to use the resources. And use the resources. You don't use them to exploit them. Use them to help yourself and then pass the information on. But make sure you get yourself straight first before you start running your mouth. Because we do have this thing, we start telling everybody, but the people you tell don't use it, and then everybody take a loss, including you. So use every resource for yourself, and then once you get to where you go, share that information. And then you can sit back and laugh and come up off the government. Have a great day.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Al. Love you and appreciate you. But that's it. That's real. That is real talk. And this is why I say it's so, I keep telling people how important, in my opinion, it is that we as a community understand that, we all we got. We are all we got. And we definitely have to be able to work together, because it's going to be a lot of people that are going to be out there bad. And if we don't end up pulling them in and say, look, I know what you have called yourself becoming used to or accustomed to, but this is the reality. You may not understand this, but here's what's coming down the pike. And all of the fancy stuff and this, that, and the other, it is not going to help you. It's not. Andrew?
I got to fill you in behind the scenes, Homer.
Yes, sir.
We got callers calling in. Whole line lit up with people saying that's the first time Al hasn't said anything crazy on the air.
I love Al. I appreciate Al. Yeah. He didn't leave us with a shocker, right?
I got people buying lottery tickets today, man. They're like, it's our lucky day.
Yeah. So, Al, you may want to call Black Ian before you're done and be like, hey, and another thing. You know what I'm saying? Sylvia Coleman, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, boom, that part. Let's see. Reginald Jones said, many avenues to stay in compliance. Department of Workforce Development, the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, Big Step, WRTP. Don't fudge yourself up. That part. This is all great information, people. Please don't FAFO, as DT would say. Don't FAFO, because you will. I got to get ready to take care of another set of bills. True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Got to take care of these bills, and we'll be black.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Kyle Wallace with his truth.
Truth Nation, I guess I've officially graduated from big bro to unk status, at least according to my little cousin. That's what he said. Now, at first I pushed back a little bit, and I was offended by the assertion that I was old enough to be unk. But after a little thought, y'all, I actually embraced the label of being unk and the responsibility which comes with being quote-unquote unk. See, as unk, I think it's my duty to look out for and support the youth and young cats coming up after me. Embrace the role as being a mentor and role model and aim to protect our kids at all costs. With the news cycle always seemingly being negative towards the youth, we need to take it back upon ourselves to change the narrative and uplift our youth. Our kids are so much more than fights, stolen cars, Kia boys, or acting a fool in public. We can't allow a small population of children to depict who our kids really are in the city of Milwaukee. You have to resist the urge to want to bash our kids and be so quick to pass judgment or disparage the youth. And we gotta stop acting as if we were not once in their shoes, making poor decisions, having regrets. I know we have all been there. Now, regardless of how funny it may sound to say YN, don't label our kids that. That is far from a term of endearment, and we have to remember you become what people call you. If someone calls you dumb over and over and over again, you may start believing that you are dumb, and you may start having self-doubt in oneself. Don't put that type of self-hating energy on our youth, Milwaukee. We need to call them YKs and YQs for young kings and young queens, even when they might frustrate you. Remember, they are still only kids. With the summer being here, there is no better time to encourage them to aspire to be great. Give them positive reinforcement. Give them positive affirmation until we get it through their minds on who they really are and what they can become. An unstoppable force of greatness.
Listen to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace weekdays from noon to 1 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Banks have been top of mind lately, with a bunch of big ones coming out with results. Earnings from those big banks could provide clues to where the economy is and where it might be going. Terry Williams is president and CEO of the largest black-owned bank in the country, One United Bank. She spoke to Bloomberg about what she's learning about the economy from her customers.
We have actually a financial literacy essay contest for kids. And this year, there's two things we saw. One is that the kids are using AI, and the other is that they want to win so that they can help their family buy groceries. We've had this contest for 15 years. This is the first time that that kind of feedback from children is coming out. So we can definitely feel that the economy, there's a strain.
One United Bank zeroes in on the unbanked community and offers programs for people who might not be able to get accounts at most banks. So its insight offers an important look at a portion of the economy that often gets overlooked. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. It's Victory Monday for the Packers as they get their first road win of the year against the Cardinals 27-23. Quarterback Jordan Love on Micah Parsons' breakout game.
I can't state enough how fun it is just to have him on this team and how much of a playmaker he is. You know, in big situations like that, having 3 sacks on the day is big time.
Packers now head to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. The Milwaukee Bucks are back on Wednesday night hosting the Washington Wizards and Chris Middleton. Here's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He should get the warmest welcome ever. You know, when he comes here and he sees his tribute video, he should, be in tears crying before the game.
Tip-off is at 7 on Wednesday. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we're black. What shall I say? I'm black. Of course, it's the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home of Lowe. And I want to go to the True Talk text line where we have Stacey Evans. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, well, Homer, as you kind of said, no matter how good you think you got it going on, everything comes to an end at some point, and that's a fact. 100. Gary Lawson, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, my mortgage increased by $170 from September month to October. That's crazy. That's crazy. Frank Pokey, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, Homer, that says Frank, it's about time the fraud associated with programs designed to assist but being abused by the few before they disappear for all. Also, Frank said, I remain optimistic those who knowingly deceived the government to get a stimulus check will also be held accountable. SS Frank. All right. Thank you for your comments. And True Talk text lines are open. 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. We're talking about the changes. You know, the late Sam Cooke talked about a change going to come. It's been a long time coming, but I guess the change is going to come. And if people can understand the importance of why, again, I say that we got to be held accountable. It's got to be self-accountability. We just got to be held accountable in general so we can help us. Some people are acting like, you know, I just want everything to go this way or I want everything to go that. No, I want us. I'm speaking to us. Because I seen and I know what we can achieve when we work together. Instead of working against each other, instead of trying to work in silos. It's okay to have more than one group, but if y'all got the common goal, then share the resources. Share the resources. And let's work on getting it done. We can sit and haggle all that, but, you know, like right now, we need to get these things done. We're going to have a lot of people that ain't going to have nothing to eat. We're going to have children that are going to be suffering because of this. But some of the suffering for the children, and I need y'all to hear this, some of the suffering of the children are going to be the PWK's fault. So you don't want to abide by the requirements to make sure that your children are able to eat? You want to just do you, but yet you all on social media with your kids talking about, I love my baby, I love my stank, I love my little pooter, whatever nicknames that you give them. But you're not willing to do what you need to do in order to keep getting your benefits. Andrew, what you got?
Stank?
Yeah. Come on, y'all. Come on, listen. I'm just trying to tell you, yeah, they stank, little pooter, man, you know, all kind of stuff. And some of it stick with them until they get grown. We're like, who's that? Like, stank. Don't call me that no more. They always call me that, you know. I mean, she can smell gorgeous, but all she has to live by is what the diapers smell like.
I thought this was a...
Stank is can be either or, because it's little boys, babies that are stank, and it's girls that are stank. But just imagine, I'm saying it because just imagine if you're a girl and the name sticks with you. What you talking about, stank? Oh my gosh. Why don't call me that no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough to get a date.
Yeah, I'm saying. But these are real things that we are going through, people. We are going through some real situations, and it's about coming together for real. Curly Q, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you on the YouTube page. Say, Homer going off today. Curly Q says, some kids go to school not even knowing anything other than their nickname, sadly. And that's true. That's a sad reality. It's a sad reality. And when people try to act like, oh, no, that ain't true, stop it. Stop it. Listen, because you may have some viewpoints on, well, they only going to do this, they only going to do that. What are we going to do if on November 1st, people try to go and use their EBT card, they're waiting to call in or dial a PN in, whatever it is they have to do to check, and there's nothing there. Nothing there. So now some people were, I guarantee you, anticipating Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm cooking this time. I'm going to make this. Where? Because oftentimes people aren't taking their actual cash money to go shopping. And if people are using their mind, they won't be thinking about selling you their EBT because they need it. And it's illegal in the first place. And some of you will go on social media and post that you got EBT for sale. Like y'all didn't learn from the ladies from Milwaukee that was on, I believe it was Judge Judy. And then they ended up getting charged because they was on there talking about, yeah, we take advantage of, we got this, we got that. Then they had to face charges. So, again, with the violence, like, please, can we stop waiting until it affects us directly? Okay. Can you please stop? Let's go. What we got?
On the YouTube line, we just put up eBay.
Mm-hmm.
We typed in EBT for sale. We have food stamps for sale on eBay.
Wow. Listen, people. Listen. Some people may take my passion for trying to work to continue to get our community to understand how important it is that we end up working together, that we end up helping each other, because that's how neighborhoods done it that were in poverty. We can talk about, well, this is the reason that this and this is the reason of that, but you can't talk to me and I'm hungry as hell. I'm not hearing you. I'm sitting there listening at you, but I'm not hearing you. And it's one thing to listen, it's another thing to hear. Do you hear me? Are you listening? Because some people are going to just hear you, but they ain't listening to you. Some people are going to be listening, but they don't hear you. These things are going to be detrimental to us if we do not come together and understand how it used to work. I hear people, I don't want to go backwards. It's some things we need to go back to, in my opinion. I hear about, I don't go backwards, I just go forward. Stop it. We didn't have as much griminess, as much ignorance going on. There were teachers that lived 2 houses down from you that would tutor you, that your mother, your father, your auntie, your uncle, whoever may have been your guardian, your foster parent could have been like, hey, he's failing in this. Hey, she's having a hard time in this. And I don't want them to fail. I tell you what, have them come down here after you serve them dinner or right before you serve them dinner. I'll give about a half hour to an hour of time to try to help them so they can become proficient in what they need to be proficient in. You can't even tell who is a doctor, who is a nurse, who is an educator. You can't even tell on your block now because everybody has ran and hid because they don't want to be a part of the disrespect of when you try to say, hey, y'all don't do that. You can't tell me nothing, woman. Got to take care of some bills, people. You already know how it goes. Yeah, I don't have I believe Ma the Elder would say, you better have a 900 the way you take care of your bills credit score. I don't have 900, but I am over 800. So I'm cool with that. that. But I got to take care of the bills. That's how we end up being able to bring you the truth on the Truth 101.7 FM. We'll be black.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Oh.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 101.7thetruth.com.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Milwaukee, it's me, Coach Erica. Are you an author with a story to tell? Join me and authors from around the world at the second annual Black Child Book Fair happening Saturday, October 25th at the Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club. Celebrate culture, creativity, and community, and share your books with readers of all ages. Visit blackchildbookfair.com to learn more and register today.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 100 community partners, making it easier to plug into what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you with 1MKE. Learn more, get involved, and take their community feedback survey at 1mke.org. We are 1MKE.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Attention, Truth Nation and the country. This message might affect you. Now, I don't know if taking a poll would be illegal right now, and how many people would acknowledge that they smoke weed. How many smoke weed? If you smoke weed or use other drugs, yes or no? All right, I got you. I'll be in about 20 minutes. Can we do such a poll, Andrew? Do you indulge or not indulge in
the devil's lettuce?
Yeah. Do you? Because this next story that I teased earlier on at the beginning of the show, I gotta let you know that your weapon there, you're having a gun, could be taken away. The Supreme Court will consider whether people who regularly smoke pot can legally own guns. That's right. So you have a firearm. You have a firearm, but you smoke weed. Listen, in the story from this is crazy. This is from AP. This story is, and it says the Supreme Court said on Monday, as in today, that it will consider whether people who regularly smoke marijuana can legally own guns. The latest firearm case to come before the court since its 2022 decision expanding gun rights. The Orange Man's administration asked the justices to revive a case against a Texas man charged with a felony because he allegedly had a gun in his home and acknowledged being a regular pot user. The Justice Department appealed after a lower court largely struck down a law that bars people who use any illegal drugs from having guns. Listen, are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that? I don't smoke weed, so it won't affect me. But I know a lot of people. I know a ton of people. I know several thousand people. I know over 50,000 people.
Accusations.
That's a good one. That do smoke weed. Are you willing to give it up so you can legally have your firearm? If they pass such a law, if they pass it and consider that they're going to ban it, like you ain't gonna be able to do it no more. Not and own a gun. You're not gonna be able to own a gun. I don't know how some people gonna make it. The Orange Man has asked the justices to revive a case against a Texas man charged with a felony because he allegedly had a gun in his home and acknowledged being a regular smoker.
I love the poorly educated.
So who you with? Listen. Jason Hunter, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Said, that'll get shot down fast. If you can drink alcohol, then you should be able to smoke marijuana. Not to compare the two, but marijuana seems to be a lot less dangerous than alcohol. Reginald Jones said, what gooftard went online advertising a punishable offense? Zay Touche, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. It says, so dumb. Meanwhile, no issues with liquor, huh? Liquor is more dangerous and destructive than weed. Another bell for that. I'm just saying. Jason Hunter said, occasionally, only because I live in California, but for the most part, I don't like marijuana. Okay. And I will not ask for corporate purposes. I will not ask my producer if he smokes the devil's lettuce. I will not.
Accusations.
I will not ask producer Andrew that question on grounds that it could incriminate and create a random test. Be like, Homer, after you were saying that, all of a sudden, I had to go drop. Had to go up to the Good Karma Brand's office. Yep. While being monitored. So they won't end up having to come back and say, Andrew, listen, you don't have any marijuana in your system or drugs in your system. But you are 3 months pregnant. So good news and bad news. Good news, you still got a job. Bad news, you're 3 months pregnant. Be like, you're going to learn today.
Early menopause.
Right. Be like, what?
I don't know how this is legal, though, Homer, with the Second Amendment and everything else.
Yeah. But we've seen so many things that were illegal, and this is why I'm saying people better get ready. You know what I'm saying? The late Curtis Mayfield had a song, people get ready. There's a train coming, and you have to be ready because we've seen things that we didn't think could end up going this way or that way, and they've absolutely been going that way.
100%. And, we had the AI video from President Trump earlier this week. So I don't know. I don't know where this goes.
You're right. And then trying to change redistricting so there will be 19 more Republican seats.
It just feels like the scales of Lady Liberty are kind of,
Yeah. Smoking weed.
What happened to justice being blind, Homer? Not because of glaucoma.
Hey, listen. And how can it? Yeah. Smoke weed every day, I guess, as the late Nate Dogg would say. But yeah, this is crazy, and we have to really understand. Like, what is it going to take to make you understand that we need a change? And I don't mind the fact that you may have issues, but are you having more issues than what we're having right now?
Does it feel targeted to you?
Yes.
Me too.
Yes, absolutely. Reginald Jones said, Big Mama and Big Papa's lead, that's all. Wood burning stove, too. Fafo, we got that part. He said he going backwards to his coveralls and cold shovel. But yeah, this is something real, people. Today, this story is from today. This ain't nothing that's been sitting. This story is from today that the Supreme Court are really looking at, and they're being pressured by the orange man, who knows he has a majority on the Supreme Court. So this could, happen.
Yeah, again, Homer, I don't know, man. Like, when you talk about all the things that we thought was going to happen because of Project 2025 and the things that are kind of coming to fruition now, in November, did you think that it was going to, hey, weed smokers no longer gun owners? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, listen. Everything that is happening now, in my opinion, I knew it when I went to go cast my ballot, and that's why I did not support the orange man, and I still don't support the orange man. I do acknowledge that he is the chief. He is in control of our country, but I did not. And a lot of people now are finding out. But it's hey, you got 3 more years. So yeah, what we gonna do?
We're up against it. What did you think of the No Kings protest on Saturday?
I loved it. I mean, again, to end up, it's what I talk about all the time. This shows us what we can do. So that's why I have a problem hearing people saying, well, because they this and because they that, because they this. No, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And if we all unite and come together, that's what it looks like. Throw the Legacy Award up for me again. I'll bring it in tomorrow. It's resting in my vehicle right now. But again, I know that I want to thank Truth Nation for tuning in and participating on today, as I am your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home Blow, sponsored by Cousin Subs, and for Tory Lowe today and tomorrow. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank again the Urban Learning Collaborative, for honoring me with the Legacy Award for 2025. Humbly, I appreciate it. I don't take these things lightly. So I just want to say to Truth Nation, make sure you have people come and watch this podcast. The award-winning Truth with Dr. Ken Harris in the afternoon is up next from 4 to 6. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, early morning, and hopefully the things we have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Shaq, DJ Reckless, rest in peace. Quaidar, rest in peace. I love y'all. To anybody who lost a loved one, may they rest in peace. I'm out.
They be lying through through they teeth. Hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh. Put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that shit tell me, man. That's how my daddy raised me.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your